Today, we are tackling a question that doesn't get enough attention. How are NFTs actually stored? Where are they? It is not as straightforward as you might think. When you hear about NFTs, you probably imagine artwork, music, or game items stored directly on the blockchain. But in most cases, the actual content of an NFT, whether it be an image, video, or a file, isn't stored on-chain at all. Let me break this one for you. First, let's look at what is actually being stored on-chain. Blockchains are great at handling specific type of data, like ownership, essentially who owns the NFT right now. They also store metadata, which is like a detailed explanation of the NFT, including things like the title, creator, and the location of the content. And finally, there is a smart contract, the code that governs how the NFT works. This could include rules about royalties and how the NFT can be transferred. But here's the thing, storing large files like high-resolution images or videos directly on the blockchain is impractical. Blockchains weren't designed for this kind of data. They're optimized for security and decentralization, not for handling gigabytes of storage. That's where external storage solutions come in. Let's start with the simplest solution, centralized storage. Some NFTs store their content on traditional servers, just like hosting a website. This approach is fast and cheap, but it has a major downside. If the server goes offline or the company hosting it decides to not pay for it, it goes down. It's a risky approach that doesn't align with the core principles of blockchain, decentralization. Now, let's talk about the decentralized storage solutions, which is becoming the gold standard for NFTs. One popular solution here is something called IPFS, or Interplanetary File System. Think of IPFS as a peer-to-peer network for sharing files. Instead of relying on a central server, it breaks files into smaller pieces and distributes them across a network of computers. Each file is given a unique identifier called hash. This ensures that the file remains exactly the same forever. And this hash is often included in NFT's metadata, which is stored on-chain. Another option is Arweave, which takes a slightly different approach. Arweave is designed for permanent storage. It's a blockchain-like system that ensures data is preserved forever. This makes it an excellent choice for storing NFTs, because it guarantees that the content of NFTs won't vanish over time. So why does all of this matter? Well, the way an NFT is stored affects its longevity and its value. If the content is hosted on a centralized server, it is vulnerable to disappearing. On the other hand, decentralized solutions like Arweave and IPFS offer much better security and align with the core principles of Web3, transparency and permanence. Next time you hear about NFTs or think about buying one, don't just ask what NFT looks like. Ask where it is stored and how secure it is. That's it for today, and now you know how NFTs are actually stored. Make sure you are asking the right questions when diving into the world of NFTs. See you next time.